What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. So recently Bungie announced that they will be reintroducing a handful of weapons that are currently sunset, which at first thought is really awesome because, like many of you, I was honestly pretty pissed at how so many of our weapons that we worked so hard for were just forced to be put on the shelves once more and collect dust. As if Guardians didn't already have PTSD about things like this after our vaults were destroyed, but still yet. This is good news, right? Great news that we're seeing weapons come back out of sunset. But this got me thinking deeper into the situation with sunset weapons. And that's what brings me to putting out this video today. Because with sunset weapons being returned, is it possible that in upcoming months and seasons, Guardians will see more and more weapons return from being sunset? But more importantly, is it possible that ritual weapons will return? And even more important than that, will I get my precious Recluse back? Well, if you had asked me that question a month ago, the answer would be downright firm no. But now that weapons from Dreaming City and the Moon are returning, which, to highlight those weapons, we've got the Loud Lullaby, we've got the One Small Step, Tranquility, Arc Logic, Dreambreaker, Ever Waking Moment, Love and Death, A Fine Memorial, and Night Terror, all of these from the Moon, and 3 Dreaming City weapons, the Tiger Spite, Twilight Oath, and Abide the Return Sword. And this is where I really want to hear back from all of you on this matter. But what this leads me to believe is that while each season Bungie will be taking a list of weapons and putting them on the shelves, putting them as sunset, Bungie will also be going back and making adjustments to a handful of already sunset weapons to have them re-released into their respective loot sources. And since Season of Splicer is seeing weapons from the Moon and Dreaming City being returned with new perks, then Guardians should expect to see another handful of weapons return next season, and then each season to come for the unforeseen future, right? Well, if this is the case, then what of ritual weapons like Breakneck, 21% Delirium, Loaded Question, or the much beloved Recluse? While I'm sure the automatic answer anyone would hope for is that these will follow suit, therein lies a whole nother facet of questions, because bear in mind, ritual weapons required quite a bit of effort to achieve. And for weapons like Luna Howe, for example, some Guardians just never could obtain them. So if Recluse were to return, would Guardians be required to go through an entirely new questline, or an imitated, mirrored version of the first questline in order to obtain a weapon that we already have sitting in our vault, that we've already sacrificed so many hours at getting? And honestly, as much as I'd love to say no, that we wouldn't have to go through all of that, I don't think that's going to be the case, because that's just not the way in Bungie world. It's not the way. Ritual weapons were highly sought after. They held a higher standard parallel to that of exotics and were equally lethal. So it's fair that these weapons would remain locked behind new quest lines, but hopefully tweaked and adapted a little bit to fit the current generation of gamers and the playstyle in Destiny 2. And with Witch Queen coming down the pipeline in the upcoming months, the return of ritual weapons could be a heavily featured element of the new DLC, and could easily be meshed into the premise of the DLC, as it's linked to Hive and Taken enemies who deal a great bit in ritualistic activities. Go figure. Perfect opportunity, perfect timing, and with that being months down the road, we still have a whole nother season that we might get to see more weapons return, possibly from the Chosen time frames, a Season of Chosen maybe, or even before that. Who knows? Maybe I'm being over optimistic about this. Maybe I just miss toting around my Recluse all the time. Who knows? But I think it shows real signs of potential that we will see the Recluse, along with the other ritual weapons, return sooner than later, now that we have these weapons coming out of Sunset already. I'm really curious though to know what all of you think on the future of these Sunset weapons. So let me know in the comments below. Do you feel like the Sunset protocol is a good idea? Do you feel like Bungie should just scrap it? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. As always, if you enjoyed, be sure to hit the like button below. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button as well. Both are greatly appreciated. Be sure to stay tuned to the channel for upcoming Destiny content. We're coming up onto the Solstice of Heroes next week, so I'll be busy with tons of coverage for you guys for that, so be sure to stay tuned. We're also still recruiting to our Discord and our community, so be sure to visit the link below. Until next time though, this has been Profane, wishing all of you some happy hunting.